I kind of ummed and ahed on whether to make this video, but ultimately I thought that if anybody else is in a similar situation, then it might help. And at the end of the day, that's kind of, what drives me, is helping other people with their hamsters. Basically, Sylvie came from a really bad situation. She came from the Welsh hoarding case, and that means that she's not had a very good start in life at all. And I was in two minds about sharing this, just because I don't want that to define her. I know that when there is trauma in your past, it's better not to use that to define yourself, but just to learn from it and move on and just grow and become better. And that's what I want for Sylvie too. The reason why I decided to share it is because the challenge that I've had with Sylvie is that she's forgotten a lot of her natural hamster instincts. So she's kind of forgotten how to hamster. And whilst the foster that she was with did an absolutely amazing job, it's not something that can be fixed, quickly. So Sylvie doesn't burrow, she doesn't stash food, she doesn't really engage with substrates. She's very food driven. She's very much get up, eat food, go to bed. In fact, when she first arrived, I sort of struggled to get her to even do that. She was in a hide most of the time, and she used to come out for maybe an hour or two for the first, I guess, at least week that she was here. And she is at least out more now, but at one point I was really worried, because knowing that she doesn't stash food, it was like, is she getting enough nutrition? Only getting up for like 2 hours, and most of that time was like running on the wheel. So it's been a really interesting journey, trying to figure that out and trying to figure out how to teach her, or to try and kickstart her instincts rather. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. And it doesn't matter to me, if she decides she never wants to burrow, never stashes food, it never really sort of engages with her environment too much, that's fine. But I want that to be her choice, not because she doesn't know a different way. So I've been figuring ways to kind of kickstart those instincts, starting off with stashing food, being a big one, so that she's getting some nutrition overnight, coming out of her hide more, getting used to being around people, and trying to get her to engage with some parts of her environment beyond food. So she's not really interested too much in substrates like sand, or in any of the toys and stuff that I've been making. So I've been trying lots and lots of different things to try and get her to engage with those. So I'm really pleased with how it's going, and I've not really said much about it over the last couple of weeks, because I've wanted her to settle in, and I've needed to really figure out what the best course of action is for Sylvie. And I've just wanted to kind of, it's an idea that I need to kind of embed as well into myself, and figure out like a plan of action really for Sylvie. So I just wanted to say that, and because I thought what I could do over the next couple of weeks is just share a little bit about some of the things that I've done to help kickstart Sylvie's instincts, and how those have worked and how they've gone, because this is not the kind of stuff that's really easy to find online. And whilst I hope that there are very few people who need this kind of thing, and I hope that for the most part hamsters are just happy, instinctive individuals, it might just not be the case. Maybe there are other hamsters and other owners who will find this kind of stuff useful. So yeah, I just wanted to front load it so you don't. So when I'm putting out content of like, this is how I got Sylvie to come out of her hide, you don't, you know, it makes sense as to why I'm trying to do that. And it's not just because I want her to come out and spend more time. It's you know, for a real reason. And watching her learn some instincts and open up is incredibly rewarding, and I'm very lucky to have her. And I hope that there's a lot more of this in our future, and I hope that one day I'm making a video that's just like, I cannot believe how far she's come. In fact, I know I'll be making that video one day. I know I will. But in the meantime, I hope you get something out of what's coming up, even if it's, you know, not necessary for your hamster. So thank you for listening to a little bit more of Sylvie's story, and I hope that over the next couple of weeks you are just as proud and heartwarmed by her progress as I am.